Hi, welcome to today's Sobriety Motivation. Today I am reading once again out of my book, Seeds of Serenity, Daily Nourishment for Spiritual Strength and Healing. I am reading devotional number 8, which is titled Stress and Mindfulness. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Stress has become an almost unavoidable part of modern life. Yet mindfulness offers a powerful, accessible way to reduce its impact. There was a time in my life when the amount of stress I was experiencing was overwhelming and negatively impacting my health and day-to-day functioning. I was divorced, taking care of 2 young boys, and I was newly sober. It was a time when I was reading a lot of self-help books and seeking solutions to effectively manage my life and my emotions without turning to alcohol. I still read a lot of self-help books. The growth and strength in learning never ends. So one Sunday afternoon, I found myself reading Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, and it introduced me to a powerful, accessible way to reduce my stress and manage my emotions. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing full awareness to the present moment without judgment, allowing us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations with greater clarity. When we engage in mindfulness, we shift our focus away from worries about the past or future and anchor ourselves in the now, where stress often loses its grip. And I'll add, this is not in the passage here, but this was one of the key transformational experiences of my life. Picking up that book, and I can't even remember where I got it. I just know that one Sunday afternoon, it was on my bookshelf. I was trying to get out of my own head, so to speak. So I thought I would read a book, which is what I would often do when I was bored or just struggling with rumination. And I picked up this book, The Power of Now. And what I learned in that book changed my life. I mean, a lot of things changed my life. Making the decision to stop drinking alcohol changed my life. Participating in a 12-step program changed my life. And this was another really pivotal, key experience and resource that changed my life. So I highly recommend, it's a best-selling book. And I think that if you haven't read it, you will really benefit from this book. So I highly recommend it. So moving on, one of the most profound ways mindfulness reduces stress is by altering our relationship with our thoughts. Stress often arises not just from external pressures, but from our reactions to them. Our tendency, at least mine, to ruminate on worries, anticipate worst-case scenarios, or judge ourselves harshly. Simply pausing to take slow, intentional breaths activates the parasympathetic nervous system, counteracting the fight or flight response and bringing a sense of relaxation. Over time, this heightened awareness of bodily sensations enables us to detect stress earlier and implement self-care practices before it becomes overwhelming. Perhaps most importantly, mindfulness nurtures a sense of inner peace and resilience that extends beyond stressful moments. As we integrate mindfulness into our daily lives, whether through meditation, mindful walking, or simply paying attention to everyday activities, we develop a greater sense of presence and gratitude. This shift in perspective allows us to approach life's difficulties with more balance and less resistance. Recognizing that while stressors may arise, we have the inner tools to navigate them with grace. In a world that constantly demands our attention and energy, mindfulness serves as a sanctuary, reminding us that peace is always accessible in the present moment. And this practicing mindfulness has a cumulative effect, and you don't really have to do it for hours on end or anything like that. The consistency is more important than anything. And you'll find, I find that when I make this suggestion to the people that I work with, a lot of people welcome it, and they get the power of now and they start practicing mindfulness and they start experiencing the benefits of that. But some people are still very resistant and they think, mindfulness, I don't think it's going to work for me. That what the 12-step program calls that is contempt prior to investigation, right? Or maybe you tried it once, or not you per se, maybe you already practice mindfulness and you love it. But the people that are resistant to mindfulness, I think, don't really give it enough of a fair shot in many circumstances, because sometimes it's really about finding what works best for you and just experimenting with different types of mindfulness. So I just highly recommend it. It really changed my life and my ability to manage my emotions when my threat response system is triggered. And moving on to the daily practice, the morning reflection is identify a stressor in your life. And I'm going to expand upon that because it's one thing to identify a stressor. I'm sure that I could identify many stressors and challenges in my life. But thinking of a way that perhaps mindfulness might be able to help you with that particular stressor. And then the prayer for peace. Ask God to help you remain mindful and centered, because often our stress is more about something we're worried about in the future or something we're thinking about from the past. So the more that you can stay mindful and present will typically help you with your challenges. Gratitude practice. List 3 things that bring you peace. Daily affirmation. Repeat the affirmation. I am present. I am at peace. Moment of silence. Just observing your breath and letting go of tension. Do that for at least 2 minutes. And then the Serenity Breath Prayer Meditation. Breathe in awareness. Breathe out tension. Feel yourself settling into the present. Be still and know that all is well in this moment. That's it for today's sobriety motivation. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you'll join me again in the next video. In the meantime, I wish you a very beautiful, blessed, and a sober day today.